Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, little volume is low. I think it can be adjusted. Otherwise, it is clear.
It is clear, Prabhuji.
Now? Now is better?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Until I take shelter of your videos that you shared, I think I have to still do things manually. But later we'll see.
Yes, Prabhuji, whenever we are free now.
Hare Krishna, Sweta Mataji. Rahul Prabhu,
Hare Krishna,
Satsang.
Prabhuji.
Adiras Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Chitrambalini Mataji. Today we were thinking to come visit you guys if you are free.
Yes, Prabhuji, yeah, sure.
I don't know your plans.
Yeah, after I think about one, yeah, we will talk here.
Okay. Now I need to open the page. Radhika Mataji, which verse is it? 21 or 20?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. No, last class I was not there, but we had finished 9:18.
So we.
No, Prabhuji, it is 22 actually.
Because Sunday I was not there last Sunday.
I thought you would have recovered with the recordings.
And I missed messaging you because the recordings, I don't know where to find them out.
Okay.
Earlier the Skype used to have.
Yeah, fine. Let's proceed. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katam Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Śrī Guru Śrī Yuta Padakamalan Śrī Guru Vaishnavamscha Śrī Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Anvitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namne Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vanchakalpatrabhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rushabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Okay, please confirm if you can see the screen.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay, let's proceed. Who would like to read?
May I, Prabhuji?
Okay, yeah, go on.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamiyaham. Translation. One who is unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Purport. One who is unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness cannot but think of Krishna 24 hours a day, being engaged in devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, rendering other services, cultivating friendship, and surrendering fully to the Lord. Such activities are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies, which make the devotee perfect in self realization. So, that is his only desire, is to achieve the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a devotee undoubtedly approaches the Lord without difficulty. This is called yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such a devotee never comes back to this material condition of life. Shema refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. The Lord helps the devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga. And when he becomes fully Krishna conscious, the Lord protects him from falling down to a miserable conditioned life. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dinesh Prabhu, thank you. I don't know, Rishabh Prabhu shared something. Okay, thank you very much, Dinesh Prabhu. So, can anyone connect this to anything other than Bhagavad Gita? How many of you heard this before reading Bhagavad Gita or hearing to Bhagavad Gita? I don't know how many are there. Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought you all know this. Have anyone heard this Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham before?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Where?
It's an LIC symbol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Mahabharat.
Yeah. Yeah. In the case of life insurance corporation, they have this
Yeah. Yeah.
punchline or a slogan or a branding called Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. What is the
Yeah.
meaning of that? We will now try to understand. Here we are saying that, but those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, uh, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. This means this means that I take care of your responsibility. Yeah? So it is something like saying that your welfare is my responsibility. Yeah, which means I care what they lack, the welfare of the person. I preserve what they have. This is all what we think as a welfare. And LIC is promising that we take care of your welfare. And the interesting thing is, life insurance, insurance as such is for what? For the welfare, right? Welfare of the person or welfare of the family of the person. In that way, LIC, because it is an Indian life insurance policy, because Indian culture is about how to take care, how to think far-sighted, how to think for future beyond my existence in this life. Yeah. So LIC has very aptly selected that your welfare is our responsibility, because we had the heritage of Vedic culture, Vedic civilization, which is about to take care. Yeah. So LIC has promised that, but of course, in reality, we know later how close are they, and when it comes to taking so much huge commissions, so is it only the welfare? Is it only a service motto, or is it a business, or even, yeah, unethical business? Those things we can leave it. But everyone now connects to this LIC and the slogan Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. Yoga Kshemam is welfare. Vahami Aham. Yeah. Dinesh Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Mm. This is what is called cheating. Isn't it? Yeah. You take nice slogan from Bhagavad-gītā which Krishna spoke. These are the direct words of Krishna. And then you take it and then you put it on yourself and then sell it. What is this called?
Yeah, plagiarism or copying.
If Krishna is there, he would have sued LIC. Oh, lucky. Krishna didn't want to be so strong. Plagiarism is the right word. Yeah. But of course, maybe we say that, okay, no, I want to show to the world how great culture it is. Yeah, these are the words of Bhagavad Gita. There is another reason why this slogan is also picked. It's not just because of very lucrative or flowery way of presenting the caption or a motto. It also is Sanskrit. Yeah, of course, now we don't know what is yoga, the meaning of kshema, vaham, yaham, all these things are kind of foreign language for us. But at least for people who are, yeah, at least know Hindi properly, they know what it means. Who know native religious, sorry, regional languages, we know what it is. So what they did is that why to create something, let us use something, and people will know, okay, this is connected to Bhagavad Gita, this is connected to our roots. So then it has more appetite. Hmm? But one thing they cannot replace is that aham, yeah, if it is a material entity like a corporation, like a company, yeah, or any individual also, it cannot replace the way that how Lord takes care, how Lord bestows this assurance. This insurance is something still, yeah, so many people, if you see, have complaints against LIC because they could not meet their promises. Yeah. Why? Because though it was starting as a welfare for everyone, it became a business of everyone. And then what happens is that with this what plagiarism, what happens is cheating, cheating propensity, because every human has these four imperfections. In that, first one is cheating. I mean, yeah, one of the actual third one is cheating. I don't know. Adiras Prabhu, what are the four imperfections?
Yes, Prabhuji, the senses are imperfect, and then we become in illusion. Because of
Mm-hmm.
illusion, we make mistakes, and
Mm-hmm.
because of our false ego, then we start cheating others to hide our mistakes.
Mm-hmm. So the senses are imperfect. So should we blame our senses for all this nonsense that is going on? Yeah? If you're saying that senses are imperfect, after all, it's everything created by the Lord, right? If this material world is imperfect, if you're saying it's temporary,
Yes, Prabhuji.
whom to blame?
Yes. Who does a mistake?
Yeah, who does the mistake? That's a good question. Who does the mistake is always important. That only can solve the problem. Not that, yeah, by just without introspection, without kind of reflecting what is the root cause of the problem. If we just keep on doing anything and everything, nothing will happen. Yeah, but anyway, coming back. So what is happening is, yeah, in the name of religion, in the name of God words, people can create so many things for their own benefits, or at least hoping that they can do something for the people for good, but ultimately they cannot maintain it. It's not possible. Why? Because there is always this cheating propensity is there. Why? Because we do not see the reality. What is the reality is that I am the true servant of the Lord. When we are in illusion, because we are in this illusioned world, which is the external energy of the Lord, Maya, and then we are bewildered, and then we don't know what to do, and we are running like a headless chickens all around, knowing not knowing what to do. And when that is happening, then all the promises are gone. Anyway, my target is not LIC. Yeah, my target is, I'm just mentioning that to open ourselves that authentic way of following is possible only in parampara. Just by if someone has created some organization with a nice caption, and if he is not rooted, if he is not based on Krishna consciousness, then it will fall today or tomorrow. Yeah. So, and then here we're talking about Ananyas, Ananya Bhakta. Actually, Ananyas means having no other object. Anya, other. Ananya, having no other object. Chintayantoma, who is always remembering or thinking about me, concentrating on me. Ye jana paryupasate, properly worship. Not just that, but engaging active. It is not just okay. मेरे दिल में भगवान है, मेरे मन में भगवान है. It's not just having that हाँ मैं सुबह रोज 5 मिनट 10 मिनट पूजा करता हूँ. But बाकी दिन, day is 24 hours, and how much are we spending? How misers have we become that we are not spending enough time for the Lord? If we really want to see how much time are we giving to the right thing, to the priority one. Yeah, come on, I think family life is number one, no doubt, right? Family one, number one priority, or job is priority number one, or mauj masti, enjoyment is number one. All are priority one, right? What about God? Adiras Prabhu, what is priority for Krishna consciousness?
Yes, Guruji, I think you mentioned in the lecture, na, should be number one priority.
No,
But
but
that comes,
what
yes,
are we doing? What is the priority number you gave?
yeah, for us it's like enjoyment, job,
Hmm.
that we gave to our household activities.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Dinesh Prabhu, what is your number, priority number for Krishna consciousness?
Prabhuji, I get usually dissolved in
Oh my
the
God, dissolved. No identity left after that.
in the material responsibilities like office work sometimes, and then some factors at family.
Hmm.
But still, at the back of the mind, we keep hearing a lot of things that okay, never ever forget Krishna.
Hmm. Yeah.
So at least that thought is running behind the mind that okay, at any facet in life, be it happiness or in miserable conditions, always remember Krishna with the same amount of devotion.
How much time you do that within a day?
Within a day, maybe only during the japa time and the morning puja and while offering prasadam.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Anyone else? What is your priority number given? Yeah. Thanks, Dinesh Prabhu. I mean, these are very personal questions, right? But nevertheless, I want to just, poke so that
Yes,
we
please.
start thinking.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let me put an easier question. Top 3 priorities. Is Krishna consciousness in top 3 priorities? Raise your hands. I don't know, is it Rahul Prabhu or Radhika Mataji or both? I see only one hand.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, it's me.
It's you. What are the 2 other priorities?
Right now, the German.
German, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's always in the back of the mind that when I'm not doing it, also it is there. Means if I'm not doing it also, I have not done is the thought. So he's always there.
But how can we count that? When we don't do, how can we? It's like that you're very hungry,
I'm not
but
eating.
you're always thinking, oh, I'm hungry, but you're not eating.
Yeah. So if there are some tasks which have have minimized some or the other way, because there is a lot of things and studying and reading. This has come to a little bit lesser quality time, which I'm spending on the activities which I was doing earlier before the German classes.
Mhm.
But somehow it's like, okay, you're trying to do it as much as possible, but this is always there in the mind. So like how Dinesh Prabhu also said that never forget him is the first priority. Through whichever way you do it, maybe while telling, I've forgotten him. Okay, at least because once, I think in last Maharaj's class, he mentioned the whole day the farmer is busy, but at least 5 minutes, the qualitative 5 minutes are so important. Krishna loves those devotees, but maybe we are not at that level. But those 5 minutes are also very important if we focus it on him.
But by
Whole
the way,
day.
for the farmers, Maharaj gives the example that farmers, they're we should learn from them that
Yeah,
they spend very less time in work. Remaining time they are fully free. Yeah, morning they get up, they go and just do some watering the fields, and then
yeah,
they come back and they sleep for they have 3-4 hours. What they do is and then again evening just a short visit, and then they come and do the evening temple program. In that way, they are always more free, right?
yeah, they are more free. He had mentioned a story where the farmer has no time to pray to the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
and the end of the day, he just prays though that 5 minutes where he really never saying that I have not forgotten you. You're there. I'm thankful, and those 5 minutes are very important, which we spend in front of him.
Yeah, of
So
course. Mm.
it's that time we should be totally connected. If we are even doing 16 rounds, maybe we are not totally into those 16 rounds connected to him, but at least that one Mahamantra, when we are like, yes, this is the time I felt, okay, I'm with him, that is very important, that we have to increase.
Mm-hmm.
But the 5 minutes are like, yeah, when you say, I have not forgotten you, I'm there, please be with me. So how important it is, and how Krishna takes you up if you have not, if in that special time where you really want to connect to him. So at least this much we should do. Yeah, we should do more. Yeah, I'm not taking only those 5 minutes. Yeah, we should do it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Thanks, Radhika Mataji. I saw Chitramalin Mataji raised hand.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, of course, Krishna consciousness is my priority in top 3. Other 2 priorities are like Gauranga and household works. So maybe these 2 are over Krishna consciousness, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else? Others
Uh,
go.
yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. So yeah, I think the priority, I could say that hearing your lecture is also the top priority, and nowadays hearing Maharaj lecture on Friday is also becoming my, yeah, in top priority list. So I could say this,
Okay.
and also trying to improve the japa time. That is, yeah, also trying to make it
How many
get
things are
busy.
priority one?
So these are in the
Group
like
of
in the list
one.
of
Yeah.
three first in the first three priorities. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Sagar Prabhu, what do you say? How are we prioritizing, especially Krishna consciousness in our life?
A very tricky question, Prabhuji.
Yes, that's why everyone is struggling, sweating. What will happen if you say one or two or three? Huh?
Yeah.
No, but I think when we do this what do you call reflection, then we know, okay, where we are and where we have to be. Yeah.
No, what I feel is that, I mean, to be practical, right? So I think we are in the best position to actually prioritize Krishna consciousness the highest. Imagine the people who are undergoing what they're undergoing in Ukraine. Can they do it? I mean, if they can do it even today, I guess, maybe they're already close to moksha or whatsoever. But if we can't do it, who can do it? I guess is the question.
Yeah, we are in a very good position. We have a very nice ground from where we can launch. Yeah. Yeah, and in that sense, this means that if we have such a great asset, whether it could be time or resources, other resources, and if we do not use, then we are, yeah, very unfortunate compared to people who, yeah, as Radhika Mataji was mentioning, na, farmers or who are very busy, but they give even a quality of time of some time, they can even, yeah, please the Lord more. We have full everything, but only thing is because we think that out of 24 hours, if I can have one solid hour, that's enough. Sometimes we what do you call, we pacify ourselves or we pamper ourselves that हाँ अभी बहुत कर दिया मैंने भक्ति. Hmm? In one day I have given so much time that yeah, this is already, when I compare 5 years ago I was doing something, but now I am already doing. So in that sense of satisfaction, what may happen is that we are kind of dividing our time, that this much is there, and we will just kind of mm, feel satisfied and go on with like that for maybe longer time. But what is happening is that no, ideally this is what Krishna is saying, that one who, yeah, let me, one, but those who always worship me and with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. So, and then in the purport it starts, yeah, one who is unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness cannot but think of Krishna 24 hours a day, being engaged in devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of Lord, rendering other services, cultivating friendship and surrendering fully to the Lord. Yeah, such activities are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies, which make the devotee perfect in self-realization. So there is never a stage where we can take a back seat, or yeah, as Dinesh Prabhu was mentioning, Radhika Mataji was saying, in the back of our mind there is Krishna. There is Krishna in back of our mind, because whatever we are seeing, we are connecting it to Krishna, or whatever we want to do, we are connecting it to Krishna. So in that way, we have definitely made a very big step in our life, where few years back we were not even aware about Krishna. We don't know about him. We don't know about his glories. We don't know about his appearance. But now we are making ourselves more and more soaking in the Krishna Katha. Yeah, in this Hari Katha, what is happening is we are absorbing. When we are absorbing, then in back of our mind there are seeds, isn't it? There are seeds that are, yeah, when we are saying back of our mind, there are seeds, but these seeds have to also start growing into reality, into creeper, and then what is that? These creepers, just imagine background and foreground, let's compare it to the soil or earth, right? The seed is not visible. The seeds are there, but the seeds will sprout when the favorable conditions are there. Otherwise, they won't. When the favorable conditions are there, then the seed is growing into a creeper, and this creeper is what is manifesting. Then what is the whatever was in the background will come in the foreground. Isn't it, Radhika Mataji? Hmm? Yeah, maybe you're on mute. What do you say, Dinesh Prabhu? Whatever we, all of us have this thing in the background, yeah, that has to surface. Of course, not for others. It has to surface even that we realize that, okay, Krishna, yes, where is the opportunity to hear, to chant, and then that we have to take the spirit and with enthusiasm drive it forward, where 1 hour is becoming 2 hours and 2 hours is becoming 3 hours. And usually whenever someone will come across this particular verse, the famous atheistic question is, how can one have 24 hours remember Krishna? It's impossible. Huh? After all, yeah, there is a sleeping time, there is a eating time. How can one remember Krishna? Isn't it? Yeah? Don't we have this question, Gaurav Prabhu? Anyone? Harika Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
What is the answer?
For me, Prabhuji, if at workplace, yes, talking with the colleagues or focusing on the tests or experiments that I am doing at the lab, sometimes I feel that yes, this work is somehow yes makes me forget. I cannot connect or think about Krishna, and after, for example, 4 or 6 hours
Yeah,
of work, I suddenly yes get some thought that I really forgot Krishna completely.
yeah. And then it's 1/3 of our day, right? 8 hours at least. Yeah. And if we are in India, we are maybe even half a day of our time we spend at work. But yeah, so 1/3 of our day is gone there, and sleeping, yeah, depending on how many hours one wants to lay down, accordingly, at least maybe, yeah, if not 1/3, yeah, little less or more, but 1/3 is gone. 2 1/3s are gone. So what is left is only 1/3. In that, how much time we need for our other activities, yeah, whether eating or then, yeah, we are also not selfish beings, right? As who's that? Chitramalini Mataji said, yeah, I have to take care of Gauranga, I have to take care of Adras Prabhu. Of course, she didn't say that because Adras Prabhu can take care of himself. But yeah, she has to take care of family. So how much time is left now for us, or not for us, for giving to Krishna?
I think like Radhika Mataji said, 5 minutes.
Yeah, but how can we get a full quality 5 minutes if we don't learn or practice? The rocket is launched in that moment, but there is a lot of preparation that's needed, right? So from where are we getting that? Hmm? Hmm? Radhika Mataji, how to get that level of quality of 5 minutes in a day?
It is by other devotees, by the association of devotees, by Parivartan family, the readings, because there are many groups, they always motivate us to, okay, you have to do this. So somehow we are wept into this association, we can say, who by seeing each other, we are growing and we motivate each other. Okay, when it is like a japa done is also there. Yeah, I have to still finish my japas. This is the motivation when we see each other. I think more with the association.
Yeah, so when we are surrounded by Krishna, then we remember Krishna, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, just as you said, when we are surrounded by chanters, then we feel about chanting, inspired about chanting. So when we are surrounded by Krishna and Krishna consciousness around us, then 24 hours Krishna consciousness is possible. And now when we're talking about, okay, but at workplace, at work there is no devotee with whom I talk. My manager is not devotee. My project work is not a devotional project. So how can we correlate that to Krishna consciousness? Yeah, of course, unless we are working in a butcher, what is it called, slaughterhouses, or some unethical, adharmic means where we are working, what we can always do is the earnings that we are getting, that we can engage in Krishna conscious services. Yeah, so we may not build a temple, but we can help the person who is building a temple with what money we can earn. This is indirect way of still engaging in Krishna consciousness. Our consciousness, if we are always, every moment we are thinking, yes, I am earning so that tomorrow that temple is being served, or that devotees are served, or in the or how these funds can be engaged in different projects, devotional projects. Yeah, if we are meditating on that and always thinking this money that I am earning, I'm able to use it for Krishna, whatever that is in the back of your mind, right? Gaurav Prabhu, because that is not in back of our mind, we always think, what happens? I'm wasting 1/3 of my life or 1/3 of my day, isn't it? But every moment, if we are thinking, yes, I want to I want to engage in service by the grace of Lord, let me work hard because these are things that I can do. One thing is maybe your company is doing something better for the society. I think you are in energy sector, right? No, automobile. I don't know. So
Defense, etc. Yes.
yeah, so something like that so we see how humanitarianly we are impacting, but at the same time, whatever the funds that are coming, because humanitarian itself will not purify our karma or karmic reaction. It is still has to be engaged in the service of the Lord. Uh, at least even if we think for our own benefit of purification, because so many people who are business magnates who earn lot of money that they don't even have time to count the money, all of a sudden they put lot of money in Tirupati hundis. Why? Because it became black and only Krishna can make it white. So anyway, so yeah, but our intention is that that we can engage in those projects. Mm. And when I'm talking about background, yes, this is at the moment background. But because we are carefully in the association of devotees who are having some similar projects, thoughts, and plans, what is happening is this seed is not just lying The seed is also nurtured inside the soil, and the seed is getting the necessary nutritions through which it can sprout and start growing. Then what will happen is you are preparing for your future. What is that future? Where whatever is in the background will become more on a foreground. Where tomorrow you are also actively, you will think, yeah, financially supporting, is one thing that you are doing. But during this, what you are doing is you are developing attachment. You are developing attachment to Krishna and getting, what is that? Yesterday we were reading in Bhagavatam, Abhaya, fearlessness. The grace of Lord is what? To be fearless. When we become fearless, then what happens is then we can think, okay, at the moment why we are working, in spite that is not Krishna consciousness, because we are having legs on two boats. One is going left, one is going right, or one is going more towards spiritual direction, the other one is taking us the other way. But we are not having that fearlessness because we think that the grace of the Lord is not manifested on me. मैं कौन होता हूँ भगवान मुझ पे दया करे. What did I do that Krishna has to grace me? That's why let me do both things. Huh? At least there is two. Huh? At least एक नाव तो डूबेगा तो दूसरा नाव है. That 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 careful steps that we put. But when we come to this, that yes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, Krishna is there to take care. Based on this assurance that Krishna is giving, what is Krishna giving us here? He is saying that to them I care what they lack. Whatever is missing, Krishna provides. And not only that, he is also preserving what they have. Preserving, which means there is no perishing, nothing is lost. So ultimately, this is what is called prosperity. When we talk about prosperity, yeah, we during a Christmas or a New Year, we say, na, wish you a happy, prosperous, which means there is never a down curve at all. The curve is always going up. Anandam buddhi vardhanam pratipadam purnamrita swadanam. We always Anandam buddhi, the fountain of happiness is growing and growing. Pratipadam, every moment. Purnamrita swadanam. To that extent, the one can realize to topmost. Vijayate Śrī Kṛṣṇa Sankirtanam. When one takes to Krishna consciousness, yes, this is what is going to happen. Why? Because Krishna is assuring that he is going to give us that we can't even imagine. And when we know this, when Krishna's words are absolute truth, then what will have? The seed is coming in, favorable conditions are there with the katha that is going on, with the kirtan that is going on, with the transformation that is happening in our life. Then we dare to plan that early retirement plan. Otherwise, we will never retire, because always back of our mind there is always the doubt. What about me? What will happen to me? Who will take care of me? I am sure that no one will be there. I have to take care of myself. Will my money be enough? I will continue to work until the last moment. But when we understand, when we have this faith in Krishna, when we know that the grace of Lord is there on his devotees, and what I have to do is just become his devotee. How to become devotee? Those who always worship me with exclusive devotion. This exclusive devotion, how to get it? How to get it? Such a devotee undoubtedly approaches the Lord without difficulty. This is called yoga. So that his only desire is to achieve the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When we know the goal, that it is the association of the Lord and to serve him, then how to get it is take shelter of Bhagavad-gītā. Why? Because Bhagavad-gītā is telling that which is telling not to use Bhagavad-gītā for life insurance. It is not just telling about insure your life so that you or your family members can enjoy. It is telling about you how to become successful. The Lord helps the devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga. So it is not that we are alone. It is not that we all the way have to drag ourselves to that. It is the grace of the Lord. The Lord will help. Why? Because He is going to fill in what we lack, and He is going to preserve what we have. And when he becomes fully Krishna conscious, the Lord protects him from falling down to a miserable, conditioned life. Any questions? Hmm? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anyone?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. No question, Prabhuji.
Okay, fine. And Gaurav Prabhu, now we know what is the inspiration at work.
Yes, Prabhuji, the result, we should involve our
Yes.
earnings or results to the Lord.
That way we can absorb. Okay. By the way, yeah, that was only 1/3 of the day, right? What about the remaining, the other 1/3 which we were telling about sleeping? Maybe I'm involving myself in working, always remembering that this money will be used for the service of the Lord and etc. But what about the 1/3 when we are sleeping? How can we remember Krishna when we are sleeping? Does anyone remember Krishna in sleeping? Any experiences?
Prabhuji, can I add one point? Sleeping also should be in that consciousness, like, okay, for this body we need energy, so I'm sleeping for that, but not for the like laziness or for pleasure of body. In that mind, we should sleep.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Yeah, that's one way, or kind of a primitive way of engaging in remembering the Lord, where you are saying that this body is the temple of the soul, this body is the gift of the Lord. We are preserving, we are not the owners of this body, but we are caretakers of this body, so we have to give the care that the body needs. This is what you say, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Uh,
And also the day-to-day activities, whatever we do. Suppose if we are too much into Krishna consciousness, in the sleep also we are in that thoughts. But if we are into other things, then we may miss that.
Okay. I don't know anyone, at least I have this experience when I was learning chess initial days, or not only learning, even afterwards, after 2 3 years also, when friend asks let's play chess, and after one game we want to play another game, and after 3 games or 4 games, 2 days 3 days, in the dream also we get to see, hey, let me move left. I made this mistake. I did that. I don't know anyone had this experience, at least I had. Hmm? Okay, maybe then we should play chess then, to give you that realization.
Yes, Prabhuji. I mean, there is anything in life which you are doing it every day, so your body would be dreaming about the same thing subconsciously also.
Hmm. This is also because sometimes we are dreaming about that wonderful car or wonderful house, and when we are dreaming more and more, that comes also in our dream sometime. That yes, I went to that place, I found this house which has a swimming pool just next to the sea, and you know, even if we are just browsing through the magazine, sometimes yeah, these magazines of cars or hotels and etc., we will be just captured with one glossy photo. Yeah, after some time this photo comes in our dream saying yes, I was there. Yeah, so this gives us a clue how we can, this is also said in Patanjali Yoga Sutras also, that how a subconscious mind works, and how can one absorb that time also in meditation. So when we are this is also why people say that when you go to bed you read some glories of the Lord, or typically in India we have this, right? When someone is going, they say asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya. This was like how to have the mood that after all we are the servants of the Lord, we are just relying on the grace of the Lord, and etc etc. But this now we don't know, or we may not meditate on the meaning, we are only meditating on the verses. But one should spend some time before going to bed to think about this, and then what happens is in the dream there is a high likelihood that we remember the Lord, or at least we are positioned to remember something good. Why? Because the mind at last moment before we go in or slip into the sleep, then it is taking that as a cue to take our subconscious, whatever those sleeping bubbles which are lying, these are selected, and this movie is presented in our mind. In that way, when we are absorbed more and more in Krishna consciousness, our dreams also, we dream about Krishna, or a spiritual master. When we are absorbed in remembering him, how can you serve the spiritual master? And if you have all these thoughts, right, these thoughts, when we are putting all these bubbles in our mind, maybe because at work we are not able to think, but at sleep, so in that way sleep is nice, that these things come up. Of course, we know that dream is not sometimes having a what do you call, some concrete thing, just like if you are eating a gulab jam in a dream, it's not that you are really eating it, yeah. But there are other kinds of dreams where you are given vision of what to do by the grace of the Lord. And again, this is also what Krishna is saying, that Krishna sometimes may appear himself in person. Of course, we cannot see him. Sometimes he sends his representatives. Sometimes he even comes in dreams and then direct what to do. So in that way, there is a very likelihood that one can be in 24 hours absorbed in Krishna consciousness. I remember that His Holiness Maharaj, I forgot, either it is Chandramauli Maharaj. His Holiness Chandramauli Maharaj, after a very, very long day of kirtans, continuous kirtan, jumping and all, he does so much that as soon as he gets into the car to go to the place where he has to rest, as soon as he gets into the car, he goes into sleep. So that he's totally absorbed when he's awake, and because he's totally absorbed in awake, he also is able to meditate on Krishna, remember Krishna. No other business. Dinesh Prabhu, as you said, whatever are the other businesses that are in our mind, that will be replayed in our own direction, in our own production, in our own whatever.
Yes.
Anything else before I mean, this verse can go on. We can even spend more days to just understand how to achieve this. We are just talking that okay, what to do, but how to achieve this can itself is a next level to discuss. So is this verse clear now? Ananyas chintayanto mam yejanam paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshema vahamyaham. So the Lord is giving the assurance that He will take care. What is our commitment is just we have to become His devotees, worship Him always. Okay, one more verse.
Prabhuji, is it like that Krishna takes care to the degree that we surrender, or is it always that he takes care? It doesn't matter to what degree that we surrender to Krishna? Or?
Yeah, in second chapter, Krishna is telling to that level one has faith in me. To that level, I bless them, I grace them. Yeah. So this is a very important quality to have faith, because for a faithless person, uh, just if you have some friend, but he is not faithful, what will you do? Mm? Is there any hope that you can change him? Because he doesn't have faith in you. Whatever you tell, it's just like a, yeah, it's just like a a cup which is turned upside down and you are pouring all the nectar. Mhm. He is Patra, yeah, he is Kripa Patra. He is not a Kripa Patra because he has turned his, yeah, he is not in a mood to accept. No faith in him, no faith in you, sorry. So, and Krishna is saying that, okay, what is the use? What is the use of gracing such a person when he doesn't has faith? Because all the thing that is given, he thinks that it is because of me, because of me. Huh? Today's world society, scientists or anyone for that matter, they take the credit. If something good comes, they take it credit on themselves. If bad comes, they'll put it on someone else or even God. Hmm? To that extent, we have faith. Yeah, definitely. To that extent, Lord is. We can see His mercy.
Okay. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Should we go to one more verse, or I think it's an hour? Because next one is about comparing with the demigod grace and the devotee. Yeah. Or let's read this and then we close. This also takes long time, but yeah. Can someone read this verse, please? Okay, maybe I read. Or should we close? I mean, let's proceed. ये अपि अन्य देवता भक्ता यजन्ति श्रद्धयान्विता ते अपि माम एव कौन्तेय यजन्ति अविधि पूर्वकम्. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. And here, avidhi purvakam. Vidhi means proper, avidhi purvakam, in wrong way. Persons who are engaged in the worship of demigods are not very intelligent, although such worship is offered to me indirectly, Krishna says. For example, when a man pours water on leaves and branches of a tree without pouring water on the root, he does so without sufficient knowledge or without observing regulative principles. Similarly, the process of rendering service to devotion to different parts of body is to is to supply food to the stomach. The demigods are, so to speak, different officers and directors in the government of the Supreme Lord. One has to follow the laws made by the government, not by the officers or directors. Similarly, everyone is to offer his worship to the Supreme Lord only. That will automatically satisfy the different officers and directors of the Lord. The officers and directors are engaged as representatives of the government, and to offer some bribe to officers and directors is illegal. This is stated here as Abhidhipurvakam. In other words, Krishna does not approve the unnecessary worship of demigods. So here three analogies are given. One is pouring water onto the leaves, yeah, and branches and not the roots, feeding different parts of the body and not the stomach, and not to follow the laws of government and offering a bribe to the officers. These three examples are given, which are considered as avidhi purvakam. Mm. Uh, and what happens to such worshippers? Yeah, yeah, this is what will be mentioned next verse. Yeah, in the next verse. But here, let's understand that with these examples it is clear that we should definitely care, yeah, the plant or the tree by watering at the root, yeah. And it is It is that when we take up to Krishna consciousness in the full complete understanding by approaching and serving, worshipping the Supreme Lord only, yeah, that is the right way. Yeah, the example given here is about the tree. The second one is about that sometimes we think that okay, yeah, why not we engage in worshipping Indra, doing Indra sacrifice, yeah, and why not do these tantric where when on a full moon day to offer something to the moon, um, or different things, yeah. So different even for that matter, even when some worship Lord Ganesha only for wealth and obstacles to be removed, yeah, Sankata Mochaka Ganesh, yeah. Yes, but for what kind of obstacles one worships, hmm, is also very important. Is it only that, okay, my business is not good, let my business flourish, but what will happen? Will the more money can make us more happy, or will the more money will become more bigger obstacle? People who have become very rich, yeah, yeah, they can spend in many ways for good purpose, but not everyone is doing because of so many problems, because they have a problem. As soon as if a company owner is becoming rich, what is happening? His second generation, what happened to Ambani family? Yeah, and this is not just in one family. I don't remember. There is somewhere in Shastras that says in Kali Yuga that this, yeah, the cooperation between the brothers will be broken. And what happened here? Ambani family is one. I mean, there are so many chit funds. They start and then later they turn the boats not because they don't have money, but because they have disputes. And to solve the dispute, best is to break, to create their own. So in that way, I don't know why did I say. So, okay, the purpose is not just to pray to Lord Ganesh that remove obstacles in the path so that I can become more successful businessman, uh, or maybe give me a lot of education so that I can get a good job. That is not the only purpose. Yeah, in Brahma Samhita it is said that Ganesh, yeah, is worshipping Krishna Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. I mean, I have to correctly bring that verse. Maybe I'll post it later. Yeah. Why? Because he is showing the right model that, hey, I am not independent. I am not independent that if you just worship me, then everything is achieved. No. Indeed, I am a servant of the Supreme Lord and I am approaching Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. So that strength, I think this is exact. That strength which I have, I am getting it from Govinda. Anyway, I'll yeah, share later. So this is one. Yeah, in that way, every representative of the Lord, they are not independent. All the representatives are gaining the strength from the Supreme Lord and engaging in various administrative work, whether it's for rainfall or for the fire or for the air or administrative affairs, all just by thinking, okay, if I'm just pleasing you, I will get this. That is not the right approach. It is that we have to pay taxes to the government, not bribe to the officers. So anyway, this is the example. Second one, the third one was the feeding. Yeah, there was once a strike. Yeah, all the body parts were thinking that, how, what is this? After all, it is me who I am chewing the food. It is me who I am bringing the food into my every part of the body. Were thinking that ultimately it is ending up in the stomach. So what they did is they let's do a strike. Let's not eat at all because everything, after all, if it is going to the stomach, then why we should do all this? After all, the effort is ours, benefit is stomachs. So they started going on a strike. And after 3 days, 4 days, every part of the body became weak. Why? Because the stomach was supplying everything. So in that way, yeah. So it is ultimately the stomach, the food which is getting processed and which is placed. Yeah. So we have to also bring our prayers to the central point or the root of everything, who is the Krishna. Anyway, these three examples, but we'll discuss next verse what happens if we do not understand this principle Krishna is telling, what will happen. Okay. Okay then. Yeah, I will.
Shri Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, here I had one question
Mm-hmm.
about Lord Shiva.
Mm-hmm.
About Lord Shiva and Lord Ram, that many people say that in Ramayana, Lord Ram worshipped at Rameshwaram Lord Shiva.
Mm-hmm.
Then Lord Shiva was worshipped since so long, and then we say here that Lord Krishna is saying that demigod worship is not direct.
Lord Shiva comes in a different category. That's why I didn't mention about him. I think we came across multiple times. Lord Shiva is above the demigods. Yeah, when we talk about 300 crores, or what is that, 330 crores. So Lord Shiva doesn't come in that.
And Prabhuji, what about the so many devis? They are also worshipped, and they are also, for example, gopis.
They are called Shaktis, as you already said, na? They are called, they are energies. Yeah.
So they are also not demigods?
No, they have what do you call? The Lord has innumerable energies, and then the Shakti, one of the Shakti, what we call this material energy, which is Maya Shakti, is indeed the Lord's energy. Yeah, I think Apu Prabhu was referring this. I don't remember when. Apu Prabhu, we were discussing about this, na? That energy, so do not come into the incarnation, or it doesn't. Yeah.
Actually, we were discussing about the Radharani.
Yeah.
Because Radharani is not a Vishnu Tattva also, it's not a Jiva Tattva also. So what is the Radharani? There we are discussing. So she is Shakti Tattva actually. So this is the energy potency of the Krishna. It is very different.
All Lakshmis and all other energies come from Radharani. She is the fountainhead of that energy.
So Prabhuji, so these devis and Lord Shiva, they are exception in this case.
Yeah, I mean they are not demigods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. And Brahma is a demigod, where Brahma himself is saying that I am not the original creator. It is the Krishna who is the original creator. And we also know that Brahma has a life, right? So there is a start and an end. And anyone who fulfills some criteria, that he can also become a Brahma. So in that way we know that Brahmaji is demigod.
Prabhuji, we also say Shakti is Sati, or the Mata Parvati, right?
Shakti
Is she also the energy of Lord? Or she is Durga?
Yeah, I mean there is this Parvati, Sati, Durga, all are I understand them as one. Yeah, so it is that they have appeared so that they can marry Lord Shiva.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay. Then let's close the call. Thank you very much. Have a nice Sunday and greater week ahead. वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, thank you.